Today, they are here to address the issue of the role of federal government in creating an enabling environment for biofortified crops in Nigeria. They say, what can the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Health do to improve this? To do justice to this are people sitting down here. So I want to first start with Dr. Razak Oyeleke. Dr. Razak, your passion for agriculture cannot be defined, because each time I see you, I don't regret going to school to study agriculture. Tell me, coming from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, in just 2 minutes, can you tell me, if you compress it, tell me and convince Kwaras what the Federal Ministry of Agriculture is doing for biofortification in Nigeria?
Great farmers.
Great farmers.
In Nigeria today, by and large, we can say we have, to a very great extent, food security. But worldwide today, we are talking of food and nutrition security. So that is why the focus of Nigerian government, be it at the federal or state and even at the local government, is to get our food to have access to nutritious meals. But we know we have in abundance the food that will give us micronutrients, the one we will eat in large quantity and we feel we are okay. In Nigeria, we are lucky we have this food. We have yam, we have cassava, we have maize, we have millet, we have sorghum. We have them in abundance. But are they giving our body the required nutrients? No. And that is why the incidence of malnutrition is so high in Nigeria. They now ask us, when we have all this food in abundance, why are we still looking malnourished? Why are we having our children stunted? Why are our pregnant women anemic? This is the reason why we are all here today. And that is why the government is now focusing on biofortification. The key something federal government is bringing to the table is through the policy. The policy of the federal government, it has been acknowledged that going forward, government is going to promote micronutrient. It is in our policy book, number 1. And in all the value chain, we give support to our farmers. So the focus of assistance to our farmer will be the input that will give us micronutrient. And biofortification is different from commercial fortification at the industrial level. Commercial fortification, you see when Dangote will produce our wheat, they will put high logo, meaning that vitamin A has been added. But you know the number of people in the rural area, how many of them have access to this food with a high logo produced from the factory? But our farmer producing cassava, our farmer producing maize, we have access to these vitamins through biofortification, and that is why it is great. We commend HarvestPlus, another development partner, joining hand with the federal government to have this biofortification. Thank you.
What is it that the federal ministry is doing from the value chain to ensure that these people sitting here are covered?
Ohun tí mo fẹ́ sọ fún wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ maize value chain, ohun tí federal government ń ṣe fún àwọn aráàlú, a gbọ́ ní Yorùbá torí ọmọ bíbí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mí, láì tiẹ̀ tí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe àkàwé rẹ̀, ẹ rí láojú mi, ọmọ ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ ni mí ti Aláàfin.
ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ o. Ọjà ṣáà máa fún mi ní.
Ní ọdún yìí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin tí màá wá sí ìlú Ìlọrin ni láti Àbújá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ biofortified maize. Mo mọ̀ pé Maize Association of Nigeria tí wọ́n ń ṣe agbátẹrù bí a ṣe ń produce maize, association tí ń produce maize, wọ́n wà níbí, wọ́n mọ̀ ṣe ẹlẹ́rìí mi. Ní ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì tí a wá a bá wọn pàdé, alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ a ní kí wọ́n wá gba maize seeds ní Àbújá, president wọn ó sì gbà on behalf of Maize Association of Nigeria. Maize seeds a fún wọn kì í ṣe èyí tá à ń fún wọn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè pè ní SAMAIZE 16, SAMAIZE 32, SAMAIZE 52 tàbí ọ̀bà. Èyí tá a fún wọn ó ní èyí tí àwọn HarvestPlus tí wọ́n ṣe agbátẹrù rẹ̀ tí wọ́n produce through àwọn outgrowers in the federal government rà tí maize value chain sì gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n rà tí a wá pín fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ni lọ́pẹ́ la pín. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ nìyẹn. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì tí ẹ bá wò dáadáa a rí pé àgbàdo tí à ń gbìn kòkòrò kan jẹ, à ń pè kòkòrò yẹn ní fall armyworm. Àwọn institute Nigeria wọ́n wá ṣe research, wọ́n rí biopesticide tí ó lè pa. Fúnra ra mi ó ní mo kó àìmọye rẹ̀ wá sí Ìlọrin ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn maize value chain, ọ̀fẹ́ lásìkò fún wọn. So Kwara State òun ló ṣe ipò kẹfà nínú gbogbo 36 states tá a ní nínú maize production. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́dún tá à ń mú lọ yìí Kwara State ti bọ́ sí ipò kẹrin. So ńgbà tí wọn ò ti dẹ̀yìn láti máa produce maize, àwa náà ò fi wọ́n lẹ̀.
They've made very valid point from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, looking at it from the policy and strategic point of view. Now, coming from the Federal Ministry of Health, what would you say, with respect to policies and activities that drives around food and nutrition security in Nigeria?
The government has done so much. So many strategies have been put in place in Nigeria in responding to micronutrient deficiencies. But we are not competing with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture because we work together as partners. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture, they are into cropping, they are into biofortification. Our job is to make sure that we produce guidelines that check the activities of what is happening in Nigeria. And in respect to that, the Federal Ministry of Health has succeeded in establishing a National Fortification Alliance, which is a forum where government and private partners meet to address issues relating to fortification, just like what we're having today. We have succeeded in establishing Universal Salt Iodization Task Force that goes around to make sure that all our salts are what? Iodized. That we have gone ahead to develop the National Micronutrient Deficiency Control Guidelines, which was also reviewed this year. We have moved ahead with development of food dietary diversification guideline. Other strategies include dietary diversification, which is the food feeding program you are all experiencing and benefiting from. The supplementation has not been eluded, is still involved. This is done through routine campaign, like the vitamin A that is being given to our children during the maternal, newborn, and child health week. Iron folate for the pregnant women and the adolescent girls. We like to catch them young. We have gone ahead with biofortification in collaboration with our agri sector. And again, we have moved to full home fortification using what we call micronutrient powder. We are moving in the 6 geopolitical zones. And I assure you that by next year, we'll be moving down to Kwara State.
For nutrition-sensitive agriculture, is generally about addressing the non-pharmaceutical non-pharmaceutical approach to nutrition, and that has been a major challenge identified at both regional and continental level. Policies, charters, and frameworks at both regional and local levels were in place, especially we at Kaduna State, like the Ministry of Agriculture, we domesticated the agriculture, food security and nutrition strategy developed by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. We domesticated that, and our policy on agriculture is equally working in alignment with the agriculture promotion policy. So all our policies are aligned to work with the national regional policies to stem malnutrition through non-pharmaceutical means, mostly providing enabling environment for both the public and private sector actors augment and complement to deal with the malnutrition issues, not only in Kaduna State but across the northern Nigeria, because by cadre harmonizing of the FAO, mostly these regions, our regions, northwest and north central, are most nutrition backward states. You have an alarming numbers, figures that something needs to be done. Thank you.
Let me start by commending HarvestPlus and of course Kwara State government for giving Kwarans and of course Nigerians the opportunity of this NFF for this year. Very quickly, as you have heard, I am from the National Cereal Research Institute. That's the federal government research agency that is saddled with responsibility of conducting research into the genetic improvement, best agronomic practice, and of course post-harvest system and value addition of our 6 mandate crops. And when we talk about mandate crops, we are talking about rice, soybean, sugarcane, castor, Benny seed, and of course Hacha. We are all over in Nigeria, and of course, thank God, we are in Kwara as an outstation. Our research over time has always been in the area of improving our our rice, our sugarcane, and other mandate crops as to how they can yield better, give us more yield. If rice farmers are here, they will attest to the fact that NCRI has been able to move rice cultivation in Nigeria from patry yield of 2 metric tons to about 6-7 metric tons with our Faro 44, Faro 66, and some of these varieties. But in line with the current direction of the federal government of Nigeria, we are talking about policy, and of course the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, NCRI too has decided to key into biofortification, looking into the possibility of enhancing the nutrition of Nigeria through non-pharmaceutical intervention. And that is why our research, while we are into agronomic practice, yield,
we just released flood tolerant rice varieties Faro 66, 67 that can stand when flood come to your farm. While we are doing all this, we have also keyed into biofortification, and that is why today I am bringing you good news, especially for rice farmers. You agree with me, rice is one of the most staple food in Nigeria, with about, as of last year, we had over 8 million metric tons produced in Nigeria. So HarvestPlus and National Cereal Research Institute has also identified zinc as a very, very important and essential micronutrient, given its activity when it has to do with wound healing, conferment of immunity on your body, activity that has to do with sexual growth and all that. But more importantly, because zinc has the ability of properly helping you to metabolize or say break down carbohydrate. And rice being a carbohydrate crop, which is readily much more available in Nigeria, being a staple crop, so HarvestPlus and NCRI felt, okay, rice, Nigerians are consuming it, is very much cultivable in this country, and zinc is also needed to solve some malnutrition problems. And being a high glycemic index food, rice, we felt, okay, let us incorporate zinc. And as we speak today, HarvestPlus and NCRI, we are in the first stage of incorporating zinc at morphological characteristics level. Not the one that is being done, like a doctor has just said it, at factory level. No, we want to improve the genetic material of some of these rice varieties, so that we give Nigerians rice varieties that have inherent ability to give additional dietary contribution to your zinc intake.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for them.